Hare Krishna. Shall we start?
Zero.
This background. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudire Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Bhaktir Bhavati Nashtaki Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Shri Guru Dinakarinam Chaitanyamishwaram Paramanandamadanam Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Militamena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Om Tassat. Welcome all you for Bhagavatam discussion. Today, continuing Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 1, Text 11. It's a wonderful verse today we are going to discuss. Let's read and please, each one can share your thoughts, if any. Who is assigned to this reads?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandot
Mataji.
Pranam.
Okay.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Text 11. Etan nirvidyamananam ichchatam akuto bhayam yoginam nripanirnitam hare namanu kirtanam. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation: O King, constant chanting of the holy name of the Lord after the ways of the great authorities is the doubtless and fearless way of success for all, including those who are free from all material desires, those who are desirous of all material enjoyment, and also those who are self-satisfied by dint of transcendental knowledge. Purport: in the previous verse, the great necessity for attaining attachment to Mukunda has been accredited. There are different types of person who desire to attain success in different varieties of pursuits. Generally, the persons are materialists who desire to enjoy the fullest extent of material gratification. Next to them are the transcendentalists who have attained perfect knowledge about the nature of material enjoyment and thus are aloof from such an illusory way of life. More or less, they are satisfied in themselves by self-realization. Above them are the devotees of the Lord, who neither aspire to enjoy the material world nor desire to get out of it. They are after the satisfaction of the Lord, Sri Krishna. In other words, the devotees of the Lord do not want anything on their personal account. If the Lord desires, the devotees can accept all sorts of material facilities. And if the Lord does not desire this, the devotees can leave aside all sorts of facilities, even up to the limit of salvation. Not are they self-satisfied because they want the satisfaction of the Lord only. In this verse, Sri Sukdev Goswami recommends the transcendental chanting of the holy name of the Lord. By offenseless chanting and hearing of the holy name of the Lord, one becomes acquainted with the transcendental form of the Lord, and then with the attributes of the Lord, and then with the transcendental nature of his pastimes, etc. Here it is mentioned that one should constantly chant the holy name of the Lord after hearing it from other authorities. This means that hearing from the authorities is the first essential. Hearing of the holy name gradually promotes one to the stage of hearing about his form, about his attributes, his pastimes, and so on. And thus the necessity of the chanting of his glories develop successively. This process is recommended not only for the successful execution of devotional service, but also even for those who are materially attached. According to Sri Sukdev Goswami, this way of attaining success is an established fact concluded not only by him but also by the other previous acharyas. Therefore, there is no need of further evidence. The process is recommended not only for the progressive students in different departments of ideological success, but also for those who are already successful in their achievement as putative workers, as philosophers, or as devotees of the Lord. Srila Jiva Goswami instructs that chanting of the holy name of the Lord should be loudly done, and it should be performed offenselessly as well, as recommended in Padma Purana. One can deliver himself from the effects of all sins by surrendering himself unto the Lord. One can deliver himself from all offenses at the feet of the Lord by taking shelter of his holy name. But one cannot protect himself if one commits an offense at the feet of the holy name of the Lord. Such offenses are mentioned in the Padma Purana as being 10 in number. The first offense is to vilify the great devotees who have preached about the glories of the Lord. The second offense is to see the holy name of the Lord in terms of worldly distinction. The Lord is the proprietor of all in the of all the universes, and therefore he may be known in different places by different names, but that does not in any way qualify the fullness of the Lord. Any nomenclature which is meant for the Supreme Lord is as holy as the others because they are all meant for the Lord. Such holy names are as powerful as the Lord, and there is no bar for anyone in any part of the creation to chant and glorify the Lord by the particular name of the Lord as it is locally understood. They are all auspicious, and one should not distinguish such names of the Lord as material commodities. The third offense is to neglect the orders of the authorized acharyas or spiritual masters. The fourth offense is to vilify scriptures or Vedic knowledge. The fifth offense is to define the holy name of the Lord in terms of one's mundane calculation. The holy name of the Lord is identical with the Lord Himself, and one should understand the holy name of the Lord to be non different from Him. The sixth offense is to interpret the holy name. The Lord is not imaginary, nor is His holy name. They are persons with a poor fund of knowledge who think the Lord to be an imagination of the worshipper and therefore think His holy name to be imaginary. Such a chanter of the name of the Lord cannot achieve the desired success in the matter of attaining of chanting the holy name. The seventh offense is to commit sins intentionally on the strength of the holy name. In the scriptures, it is said that one can be liberated from the effects of all sinful actions simply by chanting the name of chanting the holy name of the Lord. One who takes advantage of the transcendental method in continues to commit sins on the expectation of neutralizing the effects of sins by chanting the holy name of the Lord is the greatest offender at the feet of the holy name. Such an offender cannot purify himself by any recommendation method of purification. In other words, one may be a sinful man before chanting the holy name of the Lord, but after taking shelter in the holy name of the Lord, and becoming immune, one should strictly restrain oneself from committing sinful acts with a hope that his method of chanting the holy name will give him protection. The eighth offense is to consider the holy name of the Lord and his chanting method to be equal to some material auspicious activity. There are various kinds of good works for material benefits, but the holy name and his chanting are not work for material benefits. But the holy name and his chanting are not mere auspicious holy services. Undoubtedly, the holy name is holy service, but he should never be utilized for such purposes. Since the holy name and the Lord are of one and the same identity, one should not try to bring the holy name into the service of mankind. The idea is that the Supreme Lord is the supreme enjoyer. He is no one's servant or order supplier. Similarly, since the holy name of the Lord is identical with the Lord, one should not try to utilize the holy name for one's personal service. The ninth offense is to instruct those who are not interested in chanting the holy name of the Lord about the transcendental nature of the holy name. If such instruction is imparted to an unwilling audience, the act is considered to be an offense at the feet of the holy name. The tenth offense is to become uninterested in the holy name of the Lord even after hearing of the transcendental nature of the holy name. The effect of chanting the holy name of the Lord is perceived by the chanter as liberation from the conception of false egoism. False egoism is exhibited by thinking oneself to be the enjoyer of the world and thinking everything in the world to be meant for the enjoyment of oneself only. The whole materialistic world is moving under such false egoism of I and mine. But the factual effect of chanting the holy name is to become free from such misconceptions.
400
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Wonderful. Wonderful purport. And also Prabhupada discovered very nicely. Mother, do you want to say anything on this?
Yes, Prabhuji, little. And after that, you may explain briefly.
ಅದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
Actually, here, what Prabhupada explains is there, it seems three kinds of people, devotees. First type of devotee, they are fully materialistic people. They are always for the enjoyment of their sense gratification and their material enjoyment. And second type of devotees are transcendentalists. They attain full knowledge, perfect knowledge about the material enjoyment, and but they are not into that illusory way of life. Those transcendent and the devotees of the Lord, they are they don't enjoy, and at the same time, they don't leave the material world also. But they are always after the satisfaction of the Lord. So whatever the Lord satisfies, these devotees, they're after the, they are for the satisfaction of the Lord. They do whatever the Lord is pleasing. They're full. They are into the service of the Lord, and they do everything for the Lord's satisfaction. There are three types of devotees. And here Sukdev Goswami, what Sukdev Goswami recommends is chanting of the holy name of the Lord. And by often it is the topmost, and by offenseless chanting and hearing of the holy name of the Lord, one becomes acquainted with the transcendental form of the Lord and with his attributes of the Lord, and then with the transcendental nature of his pastimes. And one who constantly chants the holy name of the Lord, and and it should be from authorities. By doing this, he is hearing from the holy name, gradually promotes to the promotes the devotee to the stage of hearing about his form, about his attributes, his pastimes, and so on. And this is actually the this is the way to do the devotional service. And Sukdev Goswami here again, he says that by doing this, and it is not only Sukhdev Goswami, but all the acharyas say that we should constantly chant the holy name, and it should be done in perfectly. And the next thing, what the chanting of the holy name should be, Srila Jiva Goswami, what he says, chanting of the holy name of the Lord should be done loudly, and it should be performed offenselessly. And that is recommended in Padma Purana also. Whatever we are chanting, the holy name, it should be done loudly, perfectly, and offenselessly. That is recommended in Padma Purana also. So one can deliver himself when, if we do perfectly, we can deliver from the all kinds of sins. One can deliver himself from all effects of all sins by surrendering himself unto the Lord. One can deliver himself from all offenses at the feet of the Lord by taking shelter of his holy name. But at the same time, if one commits offenses, one protect himself. If one commits an offense at the feet of the holy name of the Lord, such offenses are mentioned in Padma Purana as being 10 in numbers. There are 10 offenses. The first offense is to vilify the great devotees. That means, vilify means defame. But defame the great devotees who have preached about the glories of the Lord. And the second offense is to see the holy names of the Lord in terms of worldly distinction. And the third offense, is to neglect the orders of the authorized acharyas or spiritual masters. The fourth offense is to defame scriptures, vilify scriptures or Vedic knowledge. The fifth offense is to define the holy name of the Lord in terms of one's mundane calculation. The sixth offense is to interpret the holy name. The Lord is not imaginary, nor his holy name. And the seventh offense is to commit sins intentionally on the strength of the holy name. In the scriptures, it is said that one can be liberated from the effects of all sinful actions simply by chanting the holy name of the Lord. One who takes advantage of this transcendental method and continues to commit sins on the expectations of neutralizing the effects of sins by chanting the holy name of the Lord is the greatest offender at the feet of the holy name. And the eighth offense is to consider the holy name of the Lord and his chanting method to be equal to some material auspicious activities. So we should not use the holy name for our auspicious activities. The ninth offense is to instruct those who are not interested in chanting the holy name of the Lord about the transcendental nature of the holy name. If such instruction is imparted to an unwilling audience, the act is considered to be an offense at the feet of the holy name. The 10th offense is to become uninterested in the holy name of the Lord even after hearing of the transcendental nature of the holy name. So the effect of chanting of the holy name of the Lord is perceived by the chanter as liberation from the conception of false egoism. The egoism of I, mine should not be there, and we should be free from all that such type of misconceptions. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, you can further explain, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. So nicely covered. Yes, majority points covered. But just to. So in the sloka itself, Sukadeva Goswami says the holy name is accepted. The different categories of people is nivriddhyamanana, of those who are completely free from all material desires. They will also take it. And icchathama, of those who are desirous all sorts of material enjoyment. See, this holy name is taken by both extremes. One who has completely given up all desires, and another one is complete desire of material things. And also, next he says that akuta bhaya, free from all kind of doubts and fears. Those who are going through different fears, for them also holy name is useful. or accepted. Yogina, of all those who are self-satisfied. So different kind of people, whoever it is, the holy name is so powerful. In the previous verses, we heard the importance of reading Bhagavatam. Now, the Rupa Goswami says out of 64 angas of bhakti, the 5 angas, like talking about, chanting the holy name, reading Bhagavatam, studying Bhagavatam, staying in the Brijamandala or Mathura or Holy Dhams, and then also talks about Vaishnava Seva. And what is the one more? Hmm, Forgot what.
Archa Vigraha Pujan, Prabhu.
Okay, deity worship was correct. So worship of the deity form. So these are the 5 angas of bhakti is considered the out of 64 the topmost. We as a practicing devotees, Prabhupada has given this. If you see the Prabhupada's program, all these things are there. Morning program, chanting is there, Bhagavatam is there, deity worship is there, and the temple itself, Prabhupada says, is Vrindavan. So everything is there, and of course Vaishnava Seva is there, and finally for everybody Prasadam is also there. So everything is there, Prabhupada's program. So here talks about the holy name, as Mataji explained. Prabhupada very nicely, well elaborately explained the importance of holy name, and he also explained the 10 offenses, which we all should remember. We all should recite or read every day this one, because Prabhupada making it very clear. Any offenses can be kind of nullified, but offense against the feet of the holy name cannot be nullified. Or the more than the holy name, Prabhupada also talks about Vaishnava Aparadha, still better, worse. So we should be very, very careful. So, but when we serve Vaishnavas, with their mercy, we will be able to chant nicely. So that's why Prabhupada talks about the holy name is so important, because by chanting the holy name, we are requesting for service. We all know that. We are requesting Srimati Radharani, "Hey Radhe, please engage me in Krishna service." So the chanting the holy name. Prabhupada also talks about one who chant sincerely and attentively and loudly. Mataji explained, referring to Shiva Goswami. He says we should loud enough. Loud enough means we should hear. So we should hear the holy name and we should be attentive. Prabhupada talks about the 10 offenses. All of you maybe agree. When we chant the holy name, all kind of thought comes in our mind. I mean, as soon as we hold bead, the mind goes, either we have to do the work or we are do some planning or we have to do some, even for the seva also, preaching seva, that. And on the top of it, it comes, yeah, that devotee did like this person did like this. I mean, all thought process comes. So mind is so crooked because as soon as we take up the holy name, mind wants take us away from that. This is the kind of I don't know, maybe all of you would have experienced, at least I
True, Prabhuji, true.
daily I experience that. It's a very, very, disastrous situation for me. But what to do? And this is many of the Acharya says, His Grace Mahatma Prabhu, the Prabhupada disciple, he arranges Japa workshop many places. He gives a different ways to, come out of this, and he gives different types of problems also. So there are different ways to people handle that, but one main kind of possible is that chant it loudly. Chant loudly because the mind otherwise keep running. Tell the mind, please hear this. Please hear this. You have to tell the mind, you have to hear. There is no other choice. Mind will keep running. Because somebody has asked Prabhupada, when chanting mind goes, he says, where's the question of mind? Chant, mind will come. So mind's job is that only. But we have to bring the mind back, hear the holy name. The more we hear and more we try to focus, we have to instruct the mind. We have to, we said we have to tame, you have to kind of control, not control or engage as much as for the mind. So Prabhupada says in the verse, Sukadeva Goswami recommends transcendental chanting the holy name of the Lord. So important. That's why as a practicing devotees, we all should focus. That's why early morning chanting is important. Brahma Muhurta time, the less disturbance, because atmosphere also counts, and phone calls, all these things will be there. And that's the reason early morning and possible congregation chanting together. That's why we arranged like 5:30 to 6, one, at least half an hour online chanting, because that inspires devotees to chant nicely. Possible, those who are not joining, please join. And wherever possible. But the point is that we should be attentive, focused, chanting the holy name, especially in the Brahma Muhurta time. So Prabhupada also says that, as I explained here, everybody gets benefit, whether it's material desires, non desires, yogi, whoever it is. The chanting the holy name is such a wonderful. So Prabhupada says one can deliver himself from all the offenses at the feet of the Lord by taking the shelter of the holy name. So, but not at the feet of the devotee. We should be very careful, because the Lord is so merciful. Even if you offend, of course, we should not offend. Definitely no. But even if you offend by chanting nicely and seeking forgiveness, the Lord may forgive. But if you offend the aparadha against the holy name, we should be very careful. Prabhupada, talks about 10 offenses. Mataji explained it. We'll just run through just 2 minutes quickly. So the 10 offenses, what Prabhupada explained here, and also Mataji has explained now. So first one is to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name. So kind of Vaishnava aparadh, or even ill talking about the devotees, we should be very, very careful. The many times silence is much better, because if we talk, we may utter something that will hurt. So wherever possible, keep silent. That's why Acharya is saying, walk away. Walk away. Walk away means not that walk, walk away from the argument or unnecessary prajalpa, unnecessary discussion. Next, consider the names of the demigods like Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma equal. This is also an important point. We should be very careful. That's why we should know what is the position of each personality. What's the position of Krishna? What's the position of Lord Vishnu? What's the Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, and all Devi Devatas? We should know that. And accordingly, we should respect and worship. Prabhupada says worship is only for Vishnu, not for everybody. But definitely we should respect and disobey the orders of spiritual master. This is the most important, because spiritual masters generally they don't give direct instructions, because even after giving instruction, if I don't follow, I'll do the guru aparadha also. That's why spiritual masters generally they give generic instructions. Okay, chant 16 rounds, follow the 4 principles, help Srila Prabhupada's movement. This is the basic. And other like book distribution or preaching, they will be general instruction. For maybe some people may give a special, specific instruction. But whatever instruction I got, I should follow it without any, kind of mistakes or any carelessness in that. I should follow very carefully. Then blasphemy the Vedic scriptures or scriptures pursuant to Vedic versions. And consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. Yeah, this is another one. Give some mundane interpretation to the name of the holy name. Commit sinful activities and strength of the holy name. This is another area. Sometimes practicing devotees, yeah, I'm chanting, so it's okay. I will do whatever possible. I'm practicing. No, holy name. At the strength of the holy name, we cannot commit sinful activities. Consider the chanting the holy name as auspicious ritualistic activities. It's not like any karma kanda or do some yajna. No, the holy name is beyond that. And ninth point, maybe we should discuss more. To instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. This is the important point. Some maybe having question. Then how do we preach? Question comes, if we are to preach, we have to tell them to chant. And if you say don't preach those who are faithless, so then how do we preach? Of course, the point is that while preaching, we should be careful. We should not make other person to blaspheme the Lord or the holy name. I mean, there are people, there are God-fearing people, the plenty is available. They will not at least talk against the holy name of the Lord. They will either say yes or they may not do it. That's okay. They may, politely kind of, say yes and don't do it. But there are faithless people, atheists or non-believers. Don't go behind them because, they may utter, kind of words against the holy name or the Supreme Lord. So we should be very careful on that. But definitely we should preach. That's why, Acharya is saying that Krishna is merciful. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Mahavadanyaya, very, very merciful. Nityananda Prabhu is very, 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 very merciful. And the spiritual masters are very, 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 very merciful. But devotees of Srila Prabhupada are beyond anyone. They are very, 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 very merciful. They go anywhere, they take any risk to preach. So that is the mercy of the Srila Prabhupada's moment, because they take to whatever the extent, like gopis of Vrindavan, they for the satisfaction of Krishna, they are ready to anything. Similarly, Srila Prabhupada's disciples or Prabhupada's Anugas, or we are all supposed to do that kind of a risk for the pleasure of Srila Prabhupada. At the same time, we should be careful, don't offend holy name or Krishna. And the last one is not to have complete faith in the chanting the holy name, or be inattentive even after repeated instructions. So attentive chanting, Prabhupada says attentive 16 rounds. Attentive, not the count, attentive 16 rounds. Many times Prabhupada would have said, chant attentively. Prabhupada said that. So, and what is the result of this? Is Krishna Prema. That is what ultimately we all want. So with that aim, we all should focus, like Sukadeva Goswami says here, we should chant our holy name as much as attentive as possible, and especially the early Brahma Muhurta time, possible association devotees with as much as possible attentivity. With this, I'll stop here. Devotees can share your comments, thoughts. Who want to start? Maybe other side. Varsha Mataji, want to start?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you for the class. Yes, Prabhuji. First thing, I'll try to join morning classes, hopefully, from today's understanding. And holy name is taken by all kind of people. One of them is full of desire, and one may be without any desire. And chanting, reading Bhagavatam, and saying Bhagavatam and staying in Vrindavan and deity worship, all these are top form of bhaktis. I understood, and 10 form of offenses. You said, but I should chant loudly to avoid my mind disturbances and be focused while listening to the classes or while chanting and everything. Among all these 10 offenses, the most one which attracted me was to not to do Vaishnava Prad and to avoid unnecessary discussion, so that not to give any improper inputs or anything. That is what is my takeaway, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Vidya Prabhu Mataji, another Viligita.
Illa Prabhuji, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you for the class, Prabhuji.
Mataji. Sumit Prabhu, want to add anything?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So I think covered most of the points. So this particular verse, like Shukdev Goswami is emphasizing on the effective process for all the categories of people, whether one is karmi, jnani, yogi, or bhakti. So out of all these highest stages bhakti, where one's only concern is Krishna's satisfaction, not any personal gain, and Shukdev Goswami has given chanting and hearing the holy name of the Lord, and once one hear the pastimes of the Lord and the holy name from the authorities, that awakens the interest in the Lord's form, attributes, and pastimes. And from chanting one advance of step by step to deeper realizations. And about the 10 offenses are given here, like what we should avoid while we are chanting. So you have already explained those points. And the true effect of chanting is it removes the false ego, I and mine, that it removes, it purifies one's consciousness from the illusion that the world exists for personal enjoyment. And the real fruit of chanting is the liberation from material misconceptions and awakening of pure devotion to Lord. So the core message of this verse is that uh, chanting is the most important activity, and it is the supreme method for success in spiritual life. And it benefits everyone, like from karmis to devotees. And it must be done without offenses. So we should be very careful about these 10 offenses and chant loud and clear, and hear that. Yeah, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Sudhavadi Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Uh,
So what I understood is we need to chant loudly because mind goes to different thoughts. So to divert it, we have to train the mind, and by chanting loudly, we will make a habit of listening to what we are saying. So if we continuously chant loudly, then it will become a habit. Then we can control the mind also. So this is the most important thing. And there are 10 offenses described here which we should avoid. That is like ill talk about devotees, that is very bad. And we should also obey, I mean disobey spiritual master is again a big sin. And define fifth offense is to define the holy name. And we should not go to the people and explain about Krishna when they're not interested. I think we know actually, even if you explain to them, they will not take it in a positive way, then there is no use. So only people who are buyers and whom you can train them, then we can tell about Krishna. And committing sins intentionally is not good. And after listening to all the glories of Krishna, if we are not following it, or if we're not following what he has, we're not developing bhakti, or that is again a sin. After listening to the glories of Krishna, his pastimes, all that, if we listen and if we are not, if there is no improvement, then it is a sin. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
So, instructing not the people, those who are not interested, the offenders, that's the difference, or non-believers. Like there are people may not be interested, but we will call them, we'll call them for some prasadam, we'll give them some book. They may take, they may not read their day, it's okay. But they were talking about the offenders or the atheist or those who are against the kind of Lord Krishna. Such people, be careful. That's why. So that's the first thing. So otherwise, the preaching will not happen. If you see the out of so many people are not interested because they are engrossed in so many other material activities. But
Okay.
they are not against the God. They are God-fearing people. That's the
Ah,
point. So
okay, Prabhu. Taken, Prabhu. Thank you
and
so much.
second thing is that there is a difference between offense and sin. Sin, if you
Okay.
commit, there is a prayasita. You know,
Hmm.
I can nullify it, but offense, there's no prayasita. So this they're
Okay.
talking about here, they're talking about an offense, not a sin. That's the difference.
Okay, Prabhuji. Got it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Shruti Mataji, would you add anything?
Nothing, Prabhuji. Everyone has explained. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Sridev Mataji, anything else you would add? Let's open up.
Just one point only, Prabhuji. What we have to learn from today's class is, according to Sukhdev Goswami, chanting is very important. Offenseless chanting everybody I mean, every day we are doing, everybody is doing. But offenseless chanting loudly, then with full concentration, we have to chant. And by doing this, our consciousness purifies, and so many sins also all the sins will be nullified by doing perfect chanting. That is one point, Prabhuji.
Okay, Mataji. Saurabh Prabhu. Darren.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
So, thank you so much for the wonderful illustration, wonderful explanation. And secondly, I have my sincere obeisances to all senior Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis who are listening to me. And that is, on firstly, Srila Prabhupada explained that just 2 minutes back I remind the slokas akamo sarva kamo ba moksha kamo udaraditi brahma bhakti yogana yeditam purusham param. It even you have a material desire, if you don't have material desire, you want enlightenment, most or liberation, whatever you do want, just take shelter of holy name. Most important, firstly. And secondly, Susamataji just explained the offense under the spiritual master, not even by mistake. Yeshat Prasad Bhagavad Prasad Yeshat Prasad Nagati Kutopi. If you do the offense in spiritual master, not even Supreme God can do anything. So it is very much important to avoid the offense. Any in the to the anybody offense against any senior Vaishnava, or spiritual master. We have to be avoid any kind of offenses and take the shelter of holy name, and sincerely chanting is a very much important. It is not that, and one thing I used to preach each and anybody, just consistency is the important. 16 rounds not important. If you do daily 5 rounds, okay, just be consistent. As in tomorrow I have 1 round, the rest 4 rounds I will do tomorrow. Consistency is the main important. And about the most important the things don't preach about the importance of the holy name to the who is not believe in the God. Actually, at least we can inspire them. We can educate them. What is holy name? What is the importance of the holy name in the individual life? As per our capacity, as per our knowledge, as per our experience, we can inspire them, educate them. The rest goes to the hand of the other person. Thank you. Thank you, Prabhuji. Jai Shri Krishna.
Mariappan Prabhu. Darren.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Thanks for the wonderful class. And I remember the couple of days ago, you practically made us to, during the Mangalarti, practically you demonstrated how it should be done. And it's mandatory to read the 10 offenses and imbibe in everybody's mind before chanting. That really struck me that day, but again, today's class is reinforcing, and it should be practiced strictly before starting in the early morning chanting. And I remember Jagat Sakshi's Prabhu's words. This is completely inner engineering. Whatever this thing, it is not only a behavior, attitude. Beyond that, the mind should be made, and even by just thought itself, I should not make this blaspheme or whatever instructions they have given. Not only exhibiting in behavior, but it should be wiped out even from the mind, I feel, Prabhuji. And I must be very careful in this thing. Every day it is mandatory to, before starting, initiating this thing, chanting, I definitely follow the instructions, Prabhuji. That much I understood from this today's class. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Avinash Prabhu. Anything?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Krishna.
As you told, early morning chatting would be very helpful and beneficial. So, and also there won't be much disturbance. So, I'm just thinking I will join.
Please join us and together.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Asha Mataji. Anything?
Most of it is explained, Prabhuji. I also understood 5 angas of bhakti and different type of people, devotees, and 10 offenses and all that. I had this doubt, but you almost cleared, because that the 9th offense is to instruct those who are not interested. After coming to class and being with this group, I started speaking about it. Then it made me think today, because those who are not interested, we can't make out from out whether they are interested or not interested. But then I understood from your talk that it is not that we have to pursue asking them to chant and read Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, but if they are against it, then we should stop. That is what, isn't it, Prabhuji?
Yeah, if they are blaspheming the Lord or the holy name, don't teach them.
Then otherwise we can pursue,
Ah.
keep telling people that this is about Krishna, and then
Yeah.
about chanting and about the importance of chanting and all.
Yes.
Because that made me to think today, because I have this habit, to whomever I meet nowadays, I speak about it. So
Correct. Depends on each person's interest. Somebody may take up chanting, somebody may take up Bhagavad Gita. If
reading, yes.
nothing is there, give some prasad. At least they will not say, they'll take. So something, somehow connect. That's okay, because that's what Prabhupada wanted. Otherwise, Prabhupada would not have gone to the preached hippies. They were totally out of this world. Such people Prabhupada preached. So yeah, they're talking about the offenders. Offenders keep away. Like we know we're talking about. So
Yes.
such people don't go, but there are, especially in Bangalore and India, we have plenty of people who are at least God-fearing people. So
Yes.
we can do the preaching for them.
And early morning chanting is the best, Prabhuji. That Brahma Murta one, chanting loudly as well, because that is deviations are less in the morning. That is very important. And we also, from earlier days, also I heard this, doing anything in the Brahma Muhurta is good. So chanting is definitely going to be helpful in the Brahma Muhurta. And then what I understood from today's class is chant and be happy, and chant and get out of false ego of I and mine. These are the two things killing people actually. So chant, and then, as you said, that I never used to read this 10 offenses before. I will start that, because I heard it from Mariappan Prabhuji now. So that chanting definitely will help us to get out of this false ego of I and mine, which is actually killing all of us, probably, at least me. So I have to chant.
I think last week we had a Mangalarati at Maria Prabhu's house. Of course, it was not planned. Maybe now going forward, let's plan. So that Mangalarati will help bring him together. The bonding helps and chanting together helps. So of course, other days online, but at least once a week, possible, let's all meet. Of course, not those who are in out of Bangalore, difficult, but those who are in
That's what I wanted to ask you, Prabhuji. What about us?
Please come.
Yes, Prabhuji, yes.
Yeah, those who are possible, let's meet, let's chant together, do the
One small
Mangalarati.
correction, Prabhuji. One small correction.
Yes,
It
Prabhu.
is not Mariappan Prabhuji's house. It is Krishna's house, actually. It is not.
Yeah,
This house,
great,
our
great.
apartment belongs to
Yes.
Krishna. I should not take ownership of anything in this world.
Yeah, that is yes, that's your great understanding. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Very good, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Okay, so anybody else want to say anything? I think Ramesh Prabhu and Archana Mataji not commented, but ಆಯ್ತು ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಯ್ತು. Okay, take care. Okay, we'll stop here. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhyo cha patitana pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo ananta koti vaishnava vrundi ki jai grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai. We'll see you tomorrow same time.
Prashadeshwar Prabhuji class ki jai.
Jai.
Pranam.